What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're returning, thank you for your continued support. I really mean that. And if you're new here, I hope you like the video and hope you like what you see and consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. But as usual, let's get into it. So this video, I'm going to say it is going to be on how to maintenance your Gen 6 Glock if you happen to get one of these in the future. There are a few minor differences, but overall there's not many. Just a heads up, I may break some of this up with some shooting footage to try and get this video not removed by YouTube, because I've already had one and I'd like to continue with some of these videos. But let's just start getting into it. So, like normal, you would want to make sure that you have no magazine. I have no magazines over here on this barrel, no ammunition. So I don't want to win any Darwin awards, and you shouldn't either. So we are going to check the chamber, and I have the gun pointed in a safe direction, and I am empty. So I'm going to, typically, like you would do with a Glock, I'm going to strike that out. Now, I'm going to show you what I do to remove the slide. Bumbled that reload. What I typically do is I will grab the back of the frame a little bit, and I will put my thumb on either my sights or my optic, and I will push that back. We just want a little bit here. What we're doing is we're relieving the tension off of this slide lock. With that held down, we're going to pinch this from both sides and pull this down, and then our slide will come off. Now, I am no stranger to Glocks. I've owned Glocks for over 10 years. And what I usually do is I like to hold the slide upside down, and about as soon as you literally just need to push forward a little bit on there, and then with my finger, I will push up on that barrel hood, and you can remove those two. This is where we're going to take some of the other internals apart, and this is where it's going to get a little bit different than the previous generation. So sometimes I will push the striker back up, and there is a little bit of your striker assembly there. You want to get a punch or a Glock tool and reach in there and just push that down a little bit, and that's going to relieve tension off this back plate. And as you can see, I just push that forward a little bit with my finger, and I keep my finger back there. You guys hear that snap? That is under spring tension, and we don't want that to shoot out of the slide. But as we can see here, all we have is our striker assembly. We do not have an extractor assembly to come out of here like the previous generations. Oh, that was really good. So this is where things are going to get a little interesting. So we have got our striker safety here, and the way I've been able to get this is I've pushed down on that. I've held the slide with the ejection port facing me, and I push down and relieve a little bit of tension on that striker safety to get a little tension off the extractor itself. And as we've mentioned before, we've got this little hole here, and just like anything else Glock, it can be taken apart almost completely with this tool. So I'm going to push down on that a little bit, and I'm going to push in with this punch. All right, so we get in here. I just want to show this here. You can kind of see the back of that plunger, and as I push on that, it kind of relieves the tension off of this extractor. That is what I'm doing with the pump. So as I mentioned before, we're going to push down on that a little bit, and if I can got it. So you got to kind of jiggle a little bit. Don't want to lose that. But our extractor itself will come out, and you want to watch because your safety or striker safety will come out. And then we have our striker assembly, or our ejector assembly. You just push forward on that. So I can get that and kind of slide that forward, and your whole assembly will come out. Let me get you guys a close look at this. So this is the entire thing. So it used to be we'd have the long rod, with a spring on it, and we've got the whole thing all in one compact assembly that comes out. So if you guys haven't seen any of my other videos on the Gen 6 Glock, there's a good reason why they made this compact and not coming through the back of the slide. I'll save you the trouble of going through and watching all my videos. It is because we got these optic screws here. That is right where your optic would screw in, and it keeps you from binding up the old style extractor plunger assembly, binding the gun up and making it not functional. So honestly, we have our slide pretty much as far down as it is going to go. To be honest, the original Glocks 1 through 5 have all had a striker channel liner. I'm not 100% sure that this one has one. It kind of looks like it does, but it also looks to be the same color as the inside of the slide. So I don't know. There's no reason really to take this thing out, so I'm not going to. So basically, obviously we want to do the reverse process to put this back in. I'll just kind of lay that down and might use my punch here and get that slid back in there. And there is only one way that you can put your striker safety block back in. There's one side that's flat, one side that is rounded. And if you were good at that little game when you were a toddler about putting the pegs in the right shaped hole, you should be good at this. So I drop that in there, and you will want to get that arranged to where we can put the extractor in, and I'll see if I can get a close-up of that. So as we can see here, as I push up on that striker safety, you can see I'm pushing up on that striker safety. I want to push it to about right here so that I can drop this guy in there. And this back portion will have to go in first, and I will push against that plunger assembly. That actually went in all at one fell swoop. So if the back still sticks up a little bit, just take your thumb and just shove it, and it'll pop back in there. Oh, fumbled that reload. It didn't pop off. And of course, we can take our whole striker assembly and drop that guy back in there. You'll see that that is sticking up. I would like to point out, we've got this little notch here on the back plate. We have a corresponding spot in the slide. So these are not interchangeable with other generations. What I like to do is get my thumb right there, get that staged, and I'll just take really anything. You don't need a small punch. I'm actually using the back side of the punch, and we're going to push that striker assembly thing down, and there we go. It's that easy. And the barrel, again, I like to hold my slide upside down. I grab it by the locking lugs and the feed ramp, just drop her in there, make sure the barrel hood is locked up in the slide like it would be if it was on the gun. Take your recoil spring assembly. This is the front, this is the back. Put the front in here. I like to stage that and then put a little pressure down on that and get that locked into the barrel. And now your slide is back together. As for the frame, it is your typical Glock frame. So with the Gen 5, they went to the 2-pin, or I should say they went back to the 2-pin design. So I got a pin back here that holds in our rear trigger assembly, and the front that holds in our locking block and where our trigger can hinge. So just use your Glock tool, or AKA a punch, push that out. Of course, I've got my back strap that came off, so now this will start to lift up a little bit. So this next part can be a little bit tricky. So I moved over here to where I can actually get this on something. So when taking this out, I like to reach in here and lift kind of up a little bit on our slide stop, slide release, whatever you want to call it. And I'll put some gentle pressure here on this pin, and I will just move this thing around until I can get this to pop free. All right, so I moved over on the top of this thing, so it'd be kind of like a vice block. We can see we got that pin coming out. Push that the rest of the way out, set it to the side. All right, from here, if we were trying to take our whole trigger assembly out, the first thing that we are going to need to do is take out our locking block. What I like to do is stick my Glock tool, aka punch, right in through here and kind of lift up. And you see that is starting to come up. From there, you can just kind of reach in here and pick up on that, and that will come out. Now your slide stop, slide release assembly will simply come out. The spring is self-contained like they've been doing since the 43s and 43Xs and 5s. And then from there, I like to reach and grab a hold of the back, and your whole trigger assembly will come out. I hit that one. Gotta do it again. Okay, from here, if you want to take this apart, take some parts off, polish them, whatever, what I like to do is hang on to my rear trigger housing, and I'll get a hold of the bar and I will start to twist it to the side, and you can kind of see how that's popped out there. And then once you've got it free from the side, just take it backwards, and there you go. If you're looking to get your trigger a little bit better, we'll say, and you want to change your connector, which is this part here, you have got a corresponding hole right here, and you just take your Glock tool or punch and just push that to the side, and that guy will come right out. So once you've done that, I do kind of recommend, as you can see, Glock's got their little whatever copper grease stuff on there. I do recommend having some sort of lubricant on there, because the inside of your trigger bar as you're firing the gun and the gun cycling and stuff rubs against that. So make sure that that's got some lube on it. So to get this back in here, we've got a little hook right here, and that needs to go onto the front of what they call the crucifix, or whatever you want to call it, on the trigger bar. So we're going to do the reverse. I'm going to start to gum in at an angle, making sure I get the front of that crucifix hooked onto that, and I get the other side in that trigger housing. If you have a little bit of trouble with that, don't worry. I literally take Glocks apart almost every day for a living, so don't beat yourself up too bad. So now we got this in here, take your slide stop, slide release assembly, and we want this little notch here, which touches the magazine, just drop it in there. And then we will take our locking block and pop that guy back in there. We're going to locate our locking block pin. So I do like to come in from the opposite side, and the reason for that is you've got several things you're trying to line up as you put this pin in. You're trying to get the first thing that needs to go through is your slide stop, slide release, and then your trigger shoe. So from here, I can physically look down into the frame, and I can see how things are lined up. And what I will do is I will put gentle pressure with a finger and just push that, and it's already starting to go in there. And luckily I got it pretty much on the first whack. So once it gets through the stop slide release, if it's still off a little bit, you can grab this part of the trigger shoe and kind of pivot that a little bit to get it lined up with that pin. But just get that guy in there and get it to where it's pretty even on both sides. Now we're going to put the pin in the back, but before we do so, I'm going to put my back strap on there because gorilla hands. So I'm going to get that to where it's relatively lined up. I'm going to get it started, and I'm just going to push it in with my hand. I mean, you guys can do you. I find using a punch or the Glock tool for the whole thing, I tend to overdrive the pin. So same thing, we want to have it pretty even on both sides. And last but not least, we're going to take our rails or our slots on the slide, line them up with the rails on the frame, and get this guy started. Make sure you get your ejector lined up with the cutout in the back plate, and you are ready to go. So there you have it. Typical Glock, very simple, very easy to take apart. I want to say the most challenging part about the new Gen 6 has got to be this extractor assembly. After taking it apart a few times, because I wanted to be sure that I could do this, I could repeat it for you guys on camera relatively easy, and understand what exactly I'm doing or having to do in order to get that out of there and back in there. Other than that, it's typical Glock. Really easy to take apart and reassemble. But as usual, if you guys like what you saw, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and I hope this thing doesn't get taken down because we're not exactly shooting, but again, I may have thrown some shooting stuff in here to try and get it to fly under the radar. But if you guys like what you saw, you know, all that good BS. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, and remember, it doesn't matter how fast you miss.